Hello everyone, my name is Amanda Waldhart and you are here with Amanda'sInspirationStation.com. I have another quick card using the Dragonfly Garden bundle. I like this bundle so much. This is my third video on a card. So by now you have already seen that I've done 2 cards. This is my third card. So again, you can purchase the bundle together and that saves you 10%, or you can purchase them separately. So let's go ahead and get started. Notice I don't have the sample out, and that's because when I cut this to do this video, I then turned around and I used the sample to send to somebody. So I do not have a sample to show you right now. We're going to just stamp and you're going to see it when it's all finished, because that sounds like fun. All right, so the designer series paper that we're using, I do have a little piece of designer series paper here. And this is the Fine Art Floral. I do love this. So this is the background of this side, the back side, not background. So we're going to use that side. We're going to use a little of our Whisper White Baker's Twine, and that comes in the Snailed It set. There was it came with the Blushing Bride, so we're going to use the Whisper White of it. We're going to use a piece of Coastal Cabana, and this piece measures at 3 3/4 by 5. We need a piece of Basic White, measures at 4 by 5 1/4. We need our card base. And actually, you know what? We're going to need 2 of these. Sorry, I just realized that I only had 1 piece. We're going to want one on the inside. Yes, I already have some cut up, so that's nice. I love having those already cut up because a lot of times, for instance, this is our card base. This color is Pretty Peacock. I love it, but it's a little dark to write on the inside. So I do want to put a piece of cardstock on the inside for writing. Okay, so this piece measures at 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. If you score it, you'll score it at 4 1/4. Again, I'm just going to fold it in half, pinch the edge, and then use my bone folder to varnish in the crease. And then we have another piece of Pretty Peacock here, and this is like a stitched banner. And that comes from the rectangle stitched dies, and it is this piece right here. So we're going to use that piece right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to put this piece on in the inside, and we are going to stamp something on in the inside. We are going to stamp in Pretty Peacock. So let me get out my Pretty Peacock here. Ink pad. We're just going to stamp a little of these like little, I don't even know, like dragonflies. They kind of look like butterflies, but I know that they're dragonflies. I'm just going to stamp it right in the corner there. And then that way when we put this inside our card, it just gives it a little something, something. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal, and I'm going to place this on the inside, just like that. Okay. Now, we have some layers here. I am making my card go this direction. You can always make your card go this direction, but I am going to, for this one, go in this direction. And I'm going to put my first layer, which is the Basic White, flat. And then my second layer, I'm also going to do flat, and this is Coastal Cabana. And I'm going to just center that. So now we have 2 layers on our card base. Pretty simple, right? So this piece right here is actually going to go right over here. But I want to stamp on it first. So I'm going to get out my Memento ink pad. And I'm going to use this big flower that I've been using. And I am going to just stamp right on top of it like that. And then I'm going to place this on our card. So I'll flip it over and I'll place it on our card like this. There we go. I'm going to also place this now over here in the top right. And I'm just going to kind of go like this. Okay. Now we need a dragonfly, which good thing we need a dragonfly because I just had ink on my finger. Can you see that? Got a little on my card. Oh, Hate it when I do that. But it happens to all of us. All right, so I'm doing my Dragonfly in black using Memento ink, and I'm doing it on white. That's what I'm doing. So I'm going to get out my punch, and I'm going to line it up, and I'm going to punch it. Which that one did not want to punch. There we go. I'm going to use my dimensionals to pop this up because I do want my Dragonfly to be have more like a little 3D look. And I'm actually going to kind of angle it like that. It covers up my little mess, which I like. And then we're going to do a couple more things real quick. So I am going to take my twine here, and I'm actually going to put the two ends together. And then I'm going to wrap it around my bow maker. I'm going to wrap it around. Whatever one is on the top, I am now going to tuck underneath and through the pegs. So now it's on the back side. And now I'm just going to bring it forward through the pegs. I am just creating a bow here, and I'm going to tie it really tight like that. And then I'm going to take my little scissors, and I'm going to open up this loop so that, and basically what I created was just a bow that has 4 loops instead of 2 loops. And I'm going to use my glue dots, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to put that on the back, and I'm going to set that right up there. Now I do want a sentiment down here, and I'm going to stamp "You Are an Inspiration." I should have stamped that first before I put that on, because if I mess this up, I could have flipped it over and tried it again, but guess what? I did not do that because I forgot. So here's to let's hope this works. Yay. All right. See, sometimes I get going and I forget. All right. So how cute is that? Very simple. You are an inspiration. There's different things you can do with this card too if you wanted to add a little bit more fun stuff. You could take the black enamel dots and put them on the flowers. You could take your Wink of Stella and make your Dragonfly glittery, or you could color them if you wanted to. So there are different things that you could do to step up this card. You could even take this, once you stamp it, take this Coastal Cabana and run it through an embossing folder of your choice, maybe like the subtle, just to give it a little more texture. There's lots of things you can do with a card to amp it up if this is too simple for you. But sometimes simple is nice. You know, I am an avid crafter. I have been crafting since 2001, but I still enjoy making simple projects, simple things, especially when there's simple sentiments. If it's "You Are an Inspiration," or "Thank you," or "Sorry for your loss." Those are cards we don't ever want to send, but we know that we have to. It's part of life. So I hope you enjoyed these Dragonfly Garden series cards that I did this week. And I hope to see you soon. I will be back, obviously, next week for our weekly Wednesday. And if you're watching me on YouTube, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. Thanks. Bye, everyone.